Chapter 26. Oh, the pain of automail. It was almost 4:02. The sun swayed in the distance and began to make its journey down from hay sky. It was setting in golden haze. Shadows from the trees went to the right and across the sidewalks while the breeze cried int he autumn hair. Amiru was at the stove busy cooking some spaghetti in a big boiling pot, while Raichuru waited at the window like a kid waiting for his ice cream cone to be served. Are you sure you don't want to play any games, Onisama? Time will not fly by that way the time fly by, he said, smiling. No, Raichuru sighed. What games can I play anyway? You don't expect me to play I Spy, do you? She shook her head and plunked it against the window, distressed and sad with pain and anger. Amiru came to her with a silver platter that had the spaghetti neatly served on it. He sat down next to her and held up a fork with a twirl full of noodles and sauce and meat on it. Okay, Raichuru, just open your mouth. And trust me, I won't stab your gums with a fork. Hee. Say ah. Raichuru obediently opened her mouth and said, ah! Suddenly the fork was jammed in her mouth! Ah! What are you doing? She muffled through inches of spaghetti. I'm feeding you, what do you think? He asked, and he kept piling more and more spaghetti into her mouth. Does it taste good, Raichuru-sama? She gargled As he continuously shoved more and more spaghetti into her mouth, the doorbell rang. Ring! Oh, blimey! Who could that be? He gently put the fork and plate down on the table while Raichuru still struggled with chewing spaghetti in her mouth. He gasped when he looked through the window. Oh, it's the automail girl! He chirped like a little bird. Quickly he rushed the door open, unlocking all the locks that kept them from going to the outside world. Good morning, my lady, he said, taying Winry's arm. She wore a red bandana over her head and a black tube top with a purple sweatshirt wrapped around her body hips. Well, hey, what's up? She said, taking his hand and shaking like a hearty man. Who is the girl in question of needing an automail? I see, she said, looking at Raichuru's nubs. Yeah, you could definitely use that. I didn't just bring the materials needed for making an automail arm that looks authentic. I heard about her eyes, and I decided to get some glass ones for her, just so she looks normal, you know? Okay, thanks, yeah! Raichuru screamed. Winry sat down in front of her, taking out a wrench and preparing hot work on Raichuru. All right, Raichan, prepare yourself, because typically when putting on automail, people have a lot of pain, okay? I can handle anything, Raichuru assured. Ow! She said, as the first incision of metal was made. Well, now see, it isn't too wheezy, now is it? Winry worked the wrench around, getting the metal onto Raichuru's left arm. Wiry! How long are you going to take in here? Edward Elric burst in through the door. Man, I nearly died of heat in the car. God damn it! Winry screamed as she made a wrong move. Raichuru's hair was all tangled up in her now metal arm like the spaghetti around that devil fork. Look at what you done did, Shorty! She threw the wrench at him. What happened? Raichuru cried. Asterisk. Jiggle. Asterisk. Oh, bugger! Amiru turned pale. Nothing much, you just got your hair stuck in the automail. Well, Eve prepared for this. She marched off into her bag and searched for something. Winry took out a pair of long scissors and made a snip-snip noise with them. You're not cutting it off, are you? Raichuru said cautiously. It's just a little bit of hair. It will eventually grow back, right? Once I get your hair off your head, then I can work on pulling the remains out of your arm, Kay. Be strong, Raichuru, Amiru assured. Sorry, Raichuru, Edward replied in a low, dark voice. Oh, Winry took Raichuru's hair. Your bangs are stuck in here a little too. They're gonna be a bit shorter after this. Sorry. She took the scissors and started cutting away. IT's fine, Raichuru pretending. It wasn't really all that fine. Raichuru hated the thought of losing her hair, and if she had eyes, she would be crying a little. Squick, squick. The scissors made their terrible noise as they cut into many strands. Squick. We're almost done, Winry said as she got around to cutting the back. Now I know I ain't no hairstylist, but you're going to look fine afterwards. And short hair does you justice. Anyway, so don't worry your pretty little head. Yeah, I'm sure it will. Edward smiled. Amiru cleaned up the bits of Raichura's hair that was all over the floor. He flushed them down the toilet. Now we need to put the skin on Raichura's arm. It's not real skin. It's what they use to make dildos, Winry added. What? Nothing. She smiled. Since there will be joined and the skin will cause them to stiffen, there will be no skin around the joins. Sorry, but at least you can't see it. Winry wrapped and cut the skin around the arms. The skin will be stressed around the joint and look fun. Sorry about that too. It's all fine for the sake of being able to use my arms again. Raichu flinched as she was still tender from the automail being put on her nerves. All right, Winry said excitedly and beamed at her own work. Wow, this is the first time you've ever done this. And it doesn't look half bad. The skin's rather durable, so if you still want to fight, you can, but I suggest using protection. Try to move your new arm, Raichu. Raichu opened and closed her hand, while looking at it because she was used to looking at things, even though she couldn't see. Well, this is working really nicely. Oh, and for the final touch, Winry forced Raichu's empty eye sockets open and inserted 2 glass eyes. They were both orange, and even looked like cat eyes. I had them custom made because I knew your eyes were special. I have special eyes! Yup. She ruffled Raichura's hair. Amiru sat down beside Raichuru and started combing her hair. All right, Onisama, just sit tight for a little while. I'm going to clean you up and you'll be ready for anything. Even though you have your arms back, I'm going to stay because you still need help seeing, okay? Sure thing, I'm glad to have you here. K, Edward, we're doing. K, Edward, we're going. Don't you ever burst in on me with a customer again, okay? Winry took Edward by the ponytail and dragged him out the door. Bye, Amiru! Bye, Raichu! Thanks for contacting me. She waved. Bye, and thank you, they both said. Later that evening, Amiru left suspiciously early. What are you doing? Raichu said, groggily half asleep. Oh, I need to go somewhere. He paused. I promise I'll be back before you wake. Miru, Raichu cooed. I may be going soon. I need to find my daughter. If I'm not black when you come back... I'm sorry? That's perfectly understandable. He nodded. Good luck where you go to get her. I need to contact my friend Yuki to see if she can feel Elaine yet. Raichu said that and then Amiru left. Raichu used her new fingers to ring up the phone, dialing Yuki's number. Ring, ring, ring. Oh, hi, girlfriend. Yuki's voice picked up. I could sense that your automail is on. That's right, it's working great, Raichu smiled. I was wondering if I could feel Tenshikuzu. Yes, I can. I know where she is, Raichu. We'll need to meet tomorrow. Your dad has her held captive on a remote island. I can fly you there. Good. Pick me up tonight if you can. I have a beating I want to set on that guy. But if only Elaine's there, we'll need to take her. Sure thing. I love you, Rai-chan. I love you too, Yuki-chan. Bye. And Raichu hung up. Raichu continued to open and close her hand, feeling how odd it was to have machinery on her. She felt up the metal bits on her arm and sighed. Oh, well, it isn't so bad, she said. That evening, Yuki came flying in her window. Her beautiful white wings flapped in tea breeze, like 2 sails in the sky. She landed on the window sill and smiled. I've come for you, Raichu-chan. So have I, a voice came from Yuki's back. It's Mimina-chan, hee hee. Oh, Raichu said, rushing to her window in her nighty gown. Who are you guys? Good, they replied, and Raichu hopped into Yuki's arms. Where exactly is the island? It's hardly far from here, Yuki exclaimed. They flew over the town, and Minna and Yuki spied on people in their houses and laughed on a guy sitting at his toilet reading Etchy Etchy Paradise. The cool air was nice and the stars twinkled beautifully. Soon our island came into view and gradually got closer to them. We're nearly there, Yuki smiled. I can't wait to see my Aka-chan, Raichu cried. They glided onto the sands of the beach on the little island. Raichuru's ears perked up and she began to hiss. "Something isn't right here," she said, mysteriously like a detective who's found a clue.